Hi, Victoria. My name is Kathy Meek, and I was one of the judges at the Texas Summerfest. Today, I have the privilege of critiquing one of your images titled Seeking His Blessing. Congratulations. I see it scored in the merit category at 80, and I know you're proud of that. But I'll bet you would have liked to have seen it gone on up even higher into the next category or so. So let's look at the image and see what we might have done differently, what might could have helped us some. Um, when an image comes up to be judged, the judges are taught to look for the 12 elements of a merit image, and excuse me, I'm sure that you know them, but I'm going to run through them really quickly. They are impact, creativity, style, composition, presentation, center of interest, lighting, subject matter, color balance, technical excellence, technique, and storytelling. And when I look at this image, I see a lot of these elements into play, obviously scored into the merit category at 80. So very good on that. But um, great storytelling, and then you've added to the storytelling by the title, Seeking His Blessing. And she's in a stance of prayer. So that all goes great together. I like the diagonal that you have with her body coming from the corner, um, the arms coming up in a diagonal as well. One thing about the posing, however, I feel that it's a little bit stiff and stagnant. While I like those diagonals going on, I wish we had just a little bit of flow. I wish I didn't feel like her weight were so distributed on her hips the same, the shoulders the same level, the eyes the same level. I wish we had just a little bit of flow, even with that stance and with that posture. A little flow would have made it a little more interesting and a little bit more graceful and feminine looking. Um, Another thing that I see is looking at some of the areas in her hair. I see blocked up highlights. I can't see detail in much of the hair that we see. Wish we could go in there. A way to do it is go in with the history brush set on screen and go over that dark hair, and it can bring back some of the detail in the hair. That would be helpful. One other thing that I see that I can, a couple of things actually, that I can critique. Presentation is another of the elements. And while you've got this nice, crisp, museum type matting with the white, when the matting is so much whiter than anything in the image, and it's semi-high key, it's not totally high key, but semi-high key image, it makes the image look a little bit muddy if we have that bright white mat around it. So if you had gone in, picked the very brightest part in the image, which I think is some of the highlights on the shoulder of her dress, and made your mat more that color, it would not tend to make the image itself look muddy. That's something I do even when I want a white mat. I don't go any whiter than what's in the image if there is white in the image. One other thing that I see, I like your composition really well. We've got her face up almost in the right third, but I feel like there's a little too much above her head. So if we cropped in a little bit from the top, it would put her face a little bit more in the third, a little bit less toward the center, and I think your composition would be better. We've got quite a lot of the bride there, but the negative space above her, I think we have just a little bit too much, um, making us feel a little bit uncomfortable there with all that negative space above. Doesn't need to come down a lot, but I do think a little bit would help you. Um, but so many great things going on. Beautiful lighting coming across her face. Really nice for a profile. Um, so you of course, did a good job because it did score in the merit category. Really good. Just those few things I think may could have helped you a little bit. Hope I have helped you a little, and good luck to you as you go further with this image in competition.